You do not get stronger by wishing for an easier day. You get stronger by carrying what is in front of you with form and help. Many of us hate that sentence. I do too. But this is where real faith grows. We think if God loved me, He would remove the weight. The Bible gives a different order. God often grows love and wisdom while we carry the weight with Him. That is not harsh. That is hopeful, because it means your hard place is not a dead end. It can become a training ground, a place where you practice the right moves. Let me name the moment you may be in. You planned well. The numbers still shifted. A doctor said we need more tests. A relationship cooled without clear reason. You prayed for change. The change did not come on your schedule. Now your chest feels tight at night. You keep asking, why? Why this? Why now? Those are honest questions. God can handle them. But there is another question that opens a path. What now? What now does not dismiss your pain. It redirects your energy. What now says, I will bring my confusion to God and take the next faithful step I already know. I will not wait for perfect light before I move. I will act on the light I have. This is where trials begin to grow faith. Not because pain is good. Pain is not good. But God can work good in us as we walk with Him inside the pain. That is the claim we will test together in this episode. A quick story from real life. A friend of mine is a single mom with 2 kids. Last year, her hours were cut without warning. She cried in her car. She told me I wanted God to send a check by morning. He did not. What happened instead? She called 2 friends, wrote a simple weekly budget, and asked a mentor for help. She also started a 10-minute nightly prayer where she read 1 Psalm song prayer and wrote 1 sentence about her day. Her bank account did not fix overnight, but her nights changed. She said, I still feel pressure, but I am not alone in it anymore. Her trial did not vanish. Her faith grew inside it. That growth then shaped better choices. Better choices opened new doors. That is how formation steady inner change often works. Here is what you can expect from the rest of this message. We will separate testing from tempting, so you know when to endure and when to exit. We will shift from why me to what now, using small, repeatable actions. We will place peace after practice, not before it. We will add community, so you do not carry weight alone. We will end with a 7-day lab you can try this week. 1 verse per section. 1 plain application. No hype. Small takeaway for today. Name the weight you are carrying in 1 sentence, and tell God that sentence out loud. Do it before you sleep. This is a first move, not a full plan. Next, we will ask a key question. Are trials random, or can they work a purpose? Let's step into that now. Reflection. If you put your current struggle into 1 clear sentence, what would it be? Pain can do damage, or it can do work. What decides the difference is how we meet it. Scripture gives a straight line. The testing of your faith produces steadfastness. Jas 1:3, short phrase. Testing here means proving under pressure like metal in heat, a process that shows what is real. This means trials are not automatic growth. They are invitations. They can shape you if you bring trust and action into them. 2 sentences of context. James wrote to scattered Jewish Christians who were losing status and income. They were learning to follow Jesus while displaced and under social pressure. He did not write from a quiet vacation. He wrote into noise, loss, and questions. That helps us hear his tone. He was not romantic about pain. He was practical about growth. Here is the plain claim. Trials can become training when you add 2 moves. First, you bring the whole mess to God daily. Second, you pair prayer with 1 small faithful step you can repeat. The trial does not vanish, but your soul gains grip. Grip, steady hold, lets you act when fear shouts. Let me make it concrete. A night shift nurse is caring for her mom at home. Sleep is short. Bills do not wait. She wants a big fix. None shows up. She tries 2 moves for 14 days. Before each shift, She sits in her car for 10 minutes. She prays a psalm out loud. She writes one sentence about what love will look like on this shift. Then she sets a 2-minute alarm at the top of each hour to breathe, whisper a short prayer, and reset her tone. Her schedule does not change. Her steadiness grows. Coworkers notice. Fewer small mistakes. Softer answers. By week 2, she says, I still feel the squeeze, but I'm less tossed by it. That is steadfastness forming in real time. Therefore, the question shifts. Not, why is this happening first? But how will I train in this today? That turn does not deny tears. It directs tears toward God and lets them water roots. Roots grow long before fruit shows. This is slow but strong work. One small practice for you. Name your main pressure. Write a 14-day trial to training plan with 2 moves, only 10 minutes with God before your day, and 1 small repeatable act that serves someone affected by your trial. Keep it tiny. Keep it daily. Track it on paper so your eyes can see progress when your feelings swing. Next, we will draw a bright line between testing and tempting so you know when to endure and when to exit. Reflection. Where could this week's pressure become training if you paired prayer with 1 small, repeatable step? Not every hard thing is from God, but God can use every hard thing. That sentence protects you from 2 mistakes. Mistake 1, enduring what you should escape. Mistake 2, escaping what you should endure. Scripture makes the line clear. God is faithful. He will also provide the way of escape. 1 Cor 10:13. Short phrase. Testing aims to grow you. Tempting aims to break you. Testing invites endurance, steady staying power. Tempting demands an exit, a planned way out. This means wisdom asks first, what is this before? What should I do? 1 sentence of context. The early church lived inside cities full of pressure to conform to idol feasts and sexual practices. Leaders taught believers to spot traps and to walk away when sin crouched at the door. This is not theory. It is street-level guidance. Here is a quick grid you can use today. If the pressure pushes you to disobey God, lie on reports, cheat on a spouse, feed an addiction, that is temptation. Therefore, take the escape. Call a trusted friend. Leave the room. Change the login. Delete the contact. Replace the moment with prayer and a different action. If the pressure is not tied to disobedience, illness, delays, layoffs, waiting on results, that is testing. Therefore, endure with form and help. Pray honestly. Keep small rhythms. Ask for counsel. Stay within healthy limits. Modern example. You are offered a small tweak to hit quarterly numbers. The tweak hides true costs from clients. That is not a character workout to brave. That is a trap. You say, I can't sign that, and you document the concern. You invite your manager to find an honest path. You might pay a price. You keep your soul. A different day. Your child has recurring medical tests. No one is cheating you. You are powerless over timing. That is testing. You endure. You set 2 daily anchors, a 5-minute psalm in the morning and a 10-minute walk in the evening where you name fears out loud to God. You ask 2 friends to check on you every Thursday. The storm does not end fast. Your roots deepen. But what if you misread it? Ask for counsel. Proverbs says, many advisors protect you. Share the exact facts with a mature believer, a mentor or a counselor. Say, is this a trap to flee or a weight to carry? Their clarity can save you pain. Small practice for this week. Write the word grid on a card and tape it where you see it. G. God's command, does this pressure invite disobedience? R. Reality check, what are the facts, not the fears? I. Input. Who are 2 wise people I will ask? D. Decision escape or endure with a first step. Do the step today, not next month. Reflection. Name. Your current pressure. Does it invite disobedience? You should flee or endurance. You should practice. Curiosity beats self-pity every time. Why me is honest, but it stalls you. What now gets you moving? Jesus tied blessing to action with one simple line. Blessed are you if you do them. John 13:17, short quote. He said this after washing feet, a servant task in that culture. He did not wait for applause or perfect timing. He acted then taught. This order matters for us too. Here is the claim. Obedience before clarity unlocks growth. You rarely get a full map. You get a next step. When you take it, the next bit of road appears. This is not hype. It is how people change. Knowledge is not the finish line. Knowledge is the starting line. One sentence of context. In the first century, teachers led by example in small, concrete acts that anyone could copy. Jesus' act was low status. It was also crystal clear. Serve first, talk later. That pattern still trains us. Modern example. Your project at work feels like a mountain. You keep waiting for a 4-hour block and perfect energy. Both never come. You choose a first slice rule. 20 minutes. No phone. Specific task only. You set a kitchen timer. You start. By minute 12, you feel less fog. By minute 20, you have momentum. You stop on purpose. You mark a small win. You return tomorrow. After 5 days, your anxiety is lower. The project has edges again. Peace met you after motion, not before it. Therefore, we shift our daily script. Instead of, when I feel ready, I will act, we say, when it is time, I will begin. And feelings can catch up. The trial has not changed. Your posture has. You are training your will to lead and your moods to follow. Try this today. Write one sentence. The next faithful step I already know is voici. Keep it small. Start it within the next hour. Tell one friend what you did. Log it on paper. Small acts grow roots when they are tracked. Next, we will look at why peace usually shows up after these steps, not before them, and how to post a guard over your mind with 2 daily practices. Reflection. What is your 20-minute first slice today, and what time will you start it? You cannot think your way into peace. You practice your way into peace. Scripture ties calm to action. The peace of God will guard your hearts. Phil 4:7. Short phrase. Guard is military language, a stationed sentry. This means peace often arrives after concrete steps like a posted guard, who shows up once you set your post. 2 lines of context. Philippi was a Roman colony with veterans and soldiers. When Paul said guard, his listeners pictured a watch at the gate, not a mood, a presence on duty. Here is the claim. Prayer plus practice builds that guard. Prayer sets your focus. Practice sets your nervous system on a rhythm your body can trust. Together, they lower reactivity and raise steadiness. Modern example. You wake at 3 a.m., 3 nights in a row. Your mind sprints. You try new rules for 7 days. Rule 1 before bed. Write tomorrow's top 2 tasks and 1-sentence prayer over them. Rule 2 when waking at night. Sit up, place both feet on the floor. Breathe slowly for 2 minutes and pray the Lord's Prayer out loud once. Then return to bed. By night 4, you fall back asleep faster. The emails did not shrink. Your body learned a simple guard routine. Therefore, we add 2 daily practices to anchor peace after motion. 1. Morning post. 7 minutes. Set a 60-second timer to breathe. Read 1 psalm line. Speak 1 request and 1 thank you. Write your single first slice for the day and schedule it. 2. Evening post. 7 minutes. Walk phone-free for 5 minutes. Name 1 fear and 1 gift out loud to God. When home, write a 1-line review. Where did I see your help today? Keep both under 10 minutes. Keep them daily, even on bad days. Miss a day. Restart next day without drama. You are training a guard, not passing an exam. Small step now. Choose your morning post time for tomorrow and set a phone alarm with the title, Post the Guard. Place a pen and paper where you will sit. Next, we will add people to the process, because heavy loads need more than private routines. We will see why community carries weight you cannot lift alone. Reflection. Which practice do you need more this week? The morning post or the evening post? And what exact time will you do it? Lone wolf. Faith breaks under heavy loads. The church is designed to carry together. Scripture says, bear one another's burdens. Gal 6:2, short phrase. Bear means pick up and walk with, carry alongside. This means secrecy multiplies pressure, but confession and help divide it. 2 lines of context. Early believers pooled food and money when jobs were lost. They visited, prayed, and sent leaders to encourage shaken churches. Mutual care was normal, not rare. Here is the claim. Community turns trials into training because people add strength, clarity, and accountability. Strength shows up through presence and prayer. Clarity shows up through wise counsel. Accountability shows up through simple check-ins that keep you moving. Modern example. Your finances are tight, and fear keeps you up. You choose not to hide. You text 2 trusted friends, I need help naming next steps. You meet for 30 minutes on Sunday. You put numbers on paper. You cancel 1 subscription. You set a weekly 10-minute check-in for the next 4 weeks. You ask them to ask you, did you do the first slice? Your income has not changed yet. Your support has. Your choices get steadier because you are not steering alone. Therefore, add 2 people to your routine. Tell them the 1 sentence you wrote in part 1. Ask for a short, regular check-in. Keep it simple. Agree on a time. Agree on 1 question. Share 1 action and 1 prayer each week. If you do not have these people, start small. Ask 1 mature believer and 1 practical friend. You are not weak for asking. You are wise. Small step now. Open your messages. Send this line to 2 people, I'm carrying X. Could we do a 10-minute check-in once a week for a month? 1 action, 1 prayer. That's it. Put the check-in on your calendar. Next, we will tackle a hard judgment call. When should you endure and when should you exit? We will build a simple wisdom grid so you are not guessing in the dark. Reflection. Who are your 2 burden buddies, and when will your first 10-minute check-in happen? Not every stuck place is holy perseverance. Some are unwise ruts. Scripture gives a plain safeguard with many advisors. They succeed. Prov 15:22 short phrase. Advice. Here means tested counsel from people who know God and know the work. This means you should not decide alone when the cost is high. Quick context. Proverbs trained ordinary people for skillful living in a world with mixed signals. It aimed at street-level choices, not abstract debates. Here is the claim. Wise endurance has boundaries. Wise exits have reasons. You need a grid so you can choose without guesswork. Use this 4-part grid. 1. Command. Does this situation ask you to disobey God? If yes, exit. 2. Cost. Is this pressure harming your health or family beyond a short season? If yes, set limits or exit. 3. Capacity. Do you have the skills and support to carry this right now? If no, add training or reduce load. 4. Counsel. What do 2 mature advisors say after hearing the full facts? Modern example. Your job demands 70 hours weekly for 6 months straight. Your blood pressure spikes. Your child asks why you are never home. You apply the grid. Command no sin is required. Cost, health, and family are breaking. Capacity support is thin. Counsel your doctor and a mentor say it is unsustainable. Therefore, you set a 90-day plan. You request a role shift or staff help. You set non-negotiable off hours. You start a targeted job search if nothing changes. You are not quitting growth. You are refusing damage. But another case looks different. Your class load is heavy for 8 weeks. You are tired but not breaking. 2 advisors say, hold steady with clear sleep and study rhythms. You endure with form and help. You finish the term and review boundaries for next semester. Small step now. Write the 4 words on a card. Command Cost Capacity Council. Place it where you decide big things. Book 2 conversations this week with people who will tell you the truth. Next, we will name the deeper prize. God forms character that outlasts outcomes, and that is the strength you carry into every new season. Reflection. Which box on the grid speaks loudest about your current situation? And who are the 2 advisors you will ask this week? Relief is good, but it is not the only prize. God is shaping who you become. Scripture names a chain that does not break. Suffering produces endurance. Character. Hope. Rom chapter 5, 3-4. Short phrase. Character here means tested quality. Who you are when pressure returns. This means trials are not just about getting past a bad week. They are about building a steady person who can serve well in the next week. 2 lines of context. Rome celebrated status and quick wins. Paul wrote to reframe greatness as hope that has been through fire and still trusts Christ. He was not selling positive thinking. He was pointing to a person changed by repeated faith in hard places. Here is the claim. When you carry weight with God, you become the kind of person people can trust. Your tone softens. Your patience lengthens. Your judgment gets cleaner. You react less and respond more. You start to choose what is right faster because you already trained those moves. Modern example. After a long recovery from surgery, a teacher returns to the classroom slower than before. She used to snap at interruptions. Now she pauses. She breathes. She gives shorter, clearer directions. Students relax. Parents notice. Her pace is different, but her presence is deeper. The outcome everyone can see. A calmer room flows from the character God grew when she could not rush. Therefore, do not measure growth only by relief or results. Ask better questions. Who am I becoming under this pressure? What fruit shows up in my words this week? Where did I choose truth faster? Where did I show mercy when I could have scored a point? Write that down. Small proofs of character help you see progress when the big outcome is slow. Try this tonight. On 1 page, draw 3 lines. Endurance. How did I keep going with form? And help character. What trait showed up? Patience, courage, honesty, hope. Where did I expect God to meet me tomorrow? Write 1 short sentence under each. Close the notebook and sleep. Do this 3 nights in a row and review the page on day 4. You will spot change you would have missed. Next, we will turn this whole message into a simple 7-day practice lab so you can test it in real life and see what God grows. Reflection. Which trait do you sense God is building in you right now? And what small choice tomorrow would strengthen it? Do not just nod. Test this for 1 week. Scripture gives the frame. Let us not grow weary of doing good. Gal. 6-9 short phrase. Doing good here means small, steady acts in real life. This means we turn ideas into a plan you can try tonight. Day 1. Name it and pray it. Write 1 sentence that names your trial. Pray it out loud to God. End with, show me my next faithful step. Put the sentence on a card by your bed. Real life touch. Text 1 trusted friend the sentence and ask for prayer. Day 2. First slice rule. Choose 1 20-minute task tied to your trial. No phone. Set a timer. Stop on purpose when it rings. Real-life touch. Put a check mark on paper so your eyes see progress even if feelings lag. Day 3. Invite 2 allies. Share the sentence and the first slice with 2 people. Schedule a 10-minute weekly check-in for the next month. Real-life touch. Ask them to ask you the same question each week. Did you do the first slice? Day 4. Phone-free walk and prayer. Walk for 10 minutes without your phone. Name 1 fear and 1 gift out loud to God. Real-life touch. If walking is hard, sit by a window and do the same aloud. Day 5. Seek counsel. Book 1 short conversation with a mentor pastor, counselor, or wise coworker. Bring facts, not just feelings. Ask, is this a trap to flee or a weight to carry? Real-life touch. Write their top 2 suggestions on your card. Day 6. Quiet service. Do 1 unseen act for someone touched by your trial. No post. No announcement. Let love do quiet work. Real-life touch. Deliver a meal. Send a gift card or finish a task they dread. Day 7. Review and thank. Read your card. Circle any change in you, steadier tone, clearer step, kinder words. Pray 1 sentence of thanks. Plan your next week's first slice. Real-life touch. Send your 2 allies a 1-line update and your plan for the coming week. Modern example. A dad under debt tries the lab. He names the trial I feel trapped and ashamed about money. He knocks out a 20-minute budget slice on day 2. He adds 2 allies on day 3. He walks and prays on day 4. He meets a financial coach on day 5. He quietly fixes a broken sink for his neighbor on day 6. On day 7, he still owes money. But he also sleeps better, has a plan, and is not alone. Peace did not erase the pressure. Peace met him in motion. Therefore, test the truth, not just the talk. God often grows strength the hard way, but He walks the way with you. Keep the lab simple. Miss a day. Restart tomorrow. The point is training, not perfection. Next, we will land the plane with a quick recap and a clear next move, so this message sticks for Monday. Reflection. Which single day of this 7-day lab do you need most right now, and when will you do it? Here is the path we walked. Trials are not random. They can work a purpose when met with trust and action. Testing grows you. Tempting aims to break you. So flee traps and endure honest weights. Move from why me to what now, and take a 20-minute first slice. Peace often shows up after practice, not before it, so post the guard with morning and evening routines. Do not carry weight alone. Invite 2 allies and keep short check-ins. Use the Wisdom Grid Command Cost Capacity Council to decide when to endure or exit. God forms endurance character and hope that outlast outcomes. Then we tested it with a 7-day lab. Here is your next move. Set tomorrow's morning post now. Write your first slice. Text your 2 allies with the time. Put the card where you will see it. Start even if you do not feel ready. Feelings can catch up to faithful steps. If this helped, share it with 1 friend who is under pressure. Tell us what you are trying this week, so others can learn from you too. Subscribe so you do not miss the next message on Waiting Well. Reflection. What is the exact time of your first 20-minute slice tomorrow, and who will you tell?